Hello there, amazing students and all the lovers of chemistry out there. I'm so excited to be here with you today on this episode. I have something very special, and as you can see on the screen, I'm going to be showing you how to balance chemical equations in today's lesson. Now, I've made it so interesting that this entire lesson has been broken down step by step into different videos, different segments, and different topics. So, as you can see over here, I have a table of content that has been scheduled to take care of this lesson in no small way. We have the introduction, we have the key terms that we'll be looking at, and then we have the law of conservation of mass. That's not all. I have so much more in store for you in this lesson. We're going to be looking at the step-by-step process to balancing a chemical equation. We'll be looking at the mistakes to avoid, and then there are some awesome practice questions that I have for you to try out your skills with, and then we'll be concluding this lesson. So, without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video for today. So, let's introduce what we have for today. Why is it important to balance chemical equations? Now, first of all, you should understand that a chemical equation is a way of representing a chemical reaction. And when we represent a chemical reaction, we use symbols and formulas. It shows the substances that react and the substances that are produced. Now, at the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see there is an example, a chemical equation of the formation of water that involves the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. And there is a note there that says, a chemical equation is like a recipe for a meal, telling you what to add together to produce a particular dish. Now, here's an example that you can all relate to. On the screen right now, there is an image of some chocolate chip cookies, and then there's a recipe for it. On the right hand side, you can see the product, the chocolate chip cookies that are ready to be eaten. But on the left hand side, this is something that we call the recipe. Now, what is a recipe? In this case, this recipe is telling us the things that we should combine together in order to get chocolate chip cookies. And it doesn't just tell us the things to combine, it tells us the amount of what we need to combine. For example, you can see there is a list there that says we need 3/4 or 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, and then the rest of them listed down below. It tells you that whenever you add up all these things together, you are sure to get chocolate chip cookies. Now, why did I state that example? I stated it because what a recipe is to a meal is what a chemical equation is to a chemical reaction. What does that mean? Now, just like a recipe is a meal in writing, a chemical equation is a chemical reaction in writing. So when we have a chemical reaction happening, hydrogen combining with oxygen to form water, whenever we write it down in form of an equation, that is a chemical equation. I hope the explanation is clear. All right, now, so before we move forward, we're going to be moving forward to the next lesson. But before we do that, I have something very special for you. I have packaged this entire lesson into an ebook. I know there are some of you here who would want to take notes, write down stuff that catches your interest and all of that. I have taken care of that for you. I've packaged this into an ebook that contains step-by-step guides to balancing equations. There are multiple balancing methods explained. There are fully worked out equations for you, and there are practice problems plus detailed solutions for you to try out your hands with. In fact, in this lesson, there are things that I did not touch that are contained inside the ebook, but there is nothing I touched in this lesson that is not there in that ebook. And then my favorite is there is an exclusive giveaway. All right, somebody will be walking back home with the chance to win $10 cash. Now I know it's small, but it's just my little way of saying thank you for engaging with me on this space. So you complete a challenge in the ebook, and you'll be the first. You complete a challenge in the ebook. If you're the first to submit the correct answer to that challenge, then you win $10 cash. All the details are contained in the ebook. How do I get the ebook, you may be asking? Well, the link is contained in the description of this video and in my bio. So All of this will be going for the price of just $1, but it's not going to last forever. You need to hurry now because the price will be going back to its original price, which is $5 once the giveaway challenge ends. And that challenge will be ending on Thursday, the 20th of March 2025. So you need to hurry so that this chance does not escape you. All right, up next, we're going to be looking at the need for balancing chemical equations. Why do we need to balance chemical equations? So this is the first video. I've broken it down into an entire playlist because I want you to learn at your own pace. I look forward to seeing you in that video. Thank you for engaging with me and see you in the next video.